Hello everyone and welcome back. As you know, we have tried previously on the channel to run in armor, and that went, it went pretty much okay, but it was very hard. And of course, if you're traveling in reality in armor, you're probably not going to run. You're probably just going to walk. And that is what we're going to be testing in this video. How hard or easy is it to walk in armor? Let's get started. Now, there are a couple of things that will be changing compared to when I ran in armor, because, well, of course, walking in armor is easier than running in armor, and I don't have the time to walk like 30 kilometers or something to test how hard it is to walk in armor. So instead, I will change two things. First of all, I'm gonna walk on a harder place to walk. When I ran and just ran around in the area, and the area is pretty much flat. It's a little bit up and down, but pretty much flat. So instead, what I'm going to do now is actually climb a mountain, or more precisely, a volcano. No, not that volcano. I'm not climbing Mount Doom. It's way too dangerous. I'm just talking about a small, little, nice volcano that has been inactive for thousands of years. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to climb Mount Doom. But it still is a volcano, it's going up to the summit of the volcano and then down again. It still is way harder than just running around on a flat surface. We are here. We're gonna walk all over there, up to the top right up there, and then we're gonna walk back down and come in from this road here. So that's the first thing I'm going to change. And then the next thing is going to be to add more weight. So the whole arm I have weighs 26 kilos, but we also made arm guards. So I have two of these arm guards now that each weigh 850 grams. I'm also going to be adding a shield, because while traveling with a shield, I don't know if it's hard or not. We'll find out. That's why I'm doing it. But it could be interesting just to test how much worse it is to have a shield than not to have one, and so on. So that's just what we're going to test. So the shield here weighs 3 kilograms. Now we are a total of about 30 kilograms, a bit more, but we'll say 30. And finally, I'm also going to add a backpack. Of course, there is the weight of the backpack, but I'm also going to be adding in it 2 bottles of 1.4 liters and 3 bottles of 1 liter, for a total of 5.8 extra liters of water in the backpack. That is basically the whole weight we're going to be adding, and that comes in to a total weight of approximately 37 kilograms. So that's what I'm going to be walking with, and let's just start walking. Okay, so I put on my armor, but I ran into a problem. And that is that the arm guard, or my right arm guard, actually broke. It isn't the arm guard itself that broke, it's actually the buckle. If you look here, it's actually broken right up here. Normally it should look like this. So I could not actually wear the right arm guard, so I actually just did not wear the left one either, because having only that one would look a little bit weird, and I was wearing my watch just to measure distance and stuff. Until now we have done 2.56 kilometers in 45 minutes. So I could not really wear the left one in any case. But I put both of these arm guards in the backpack just to still have the weight, even though I wasn't wearing them. Another thing that I did was to add the helmet in the backpack instead of wearing it, because wearing it would be very tiring, as we saw when we were running. So I decided just to put it in the backpack instead. Then we come to the shield, because I had originally planned to wear the shield on my back, because it has a strap for it and stuff like that, and it's perfectly fine to wear it on the back. And that is usually probably what I would do when carrying a shield with me while traveling. Problem is that because of the backpack, I didn't have the space to put my shield on my back, and I ended up just having to carry it all the way. So quite annoying, but that's what I had to do, and I did it anyways. And then I started walking. In the beginning, very quickly, my shoulders were hurting a lot because of all the weight from the backpack and the armor and stuff. But kind of a third into the walk, my shoulder actually started hurting a bit less. Pain just started to get away, and it went pretty fine the whole way. Now I did find out that trying to walk fast was just hopeless with so much weight, and I actually just had to walk pretty slowly. It was an okay pace, but I was walking rather slowly the whole way, and that actually went pretty much fine. Until now we have done 2.56 kilometers in 45 minutes. Going all right. Uphills are very, very tiring. Right now I'm trying to reduce the weight in my backpack.
As a game master, I would say that this is just an easy task, easy dexterity test. But you have your ability score die adjustment because you're wearing a heavy armor.
And a shield.
And you're carrying a shield, yes.
Let's see if I fail.
Okay, let's cast the die. Some barbed wire here.
I have armor to protect me against the balls.
But you can get stuck in the mail shirt.
But at least I won't get hurt. Won't lose any hit points.
I know, that's true. I'd argue that it was a little bit easier without armor. I did it more agilely, so to speak.
Yeah, and faster.
Yes.
A small bridge. Isn't this an encounter location? Should hurry up not to get ambushed. Oh no, an orc! So we started down there, and we walked up all the way around and came up here. And not yet on the summit. The summit is a bit higher up, but we're soon there. The summit is up there. Okay, so the summit was right up there, and now we just have to walk the whole way down. Walking down will probably be even harder because for the weight and the risk of falling, it is easier in terms of how tired I would get though. So I'll probably get less tired by walking downwards, but the higher risk of falling and hurting yourself and stuff like that.
walking downhill, does it hurt? You know, in shoulders or knees?
Well, the shoulders always hurt because of the weight, but I'd say just above the knee.
Above the knee?
Yeah. This part is very, very steep. Hope my shield doesn't roll down.
Ah, bravo!
Fortere enn deg?
Nappa.
Apparently we're testing climbing in armor too.
Ah? Okay, but you can just take that branch?
No.
No! Oh, come on. Yes, almost! It's definitely gonna hold your weight. It's not gonna hold his weight. Pause. Allez. Now in Reconquest, for now this is a failure. Don't start laughing. For now it's a failure, but he's not failing critically yet, Lily. Okay, he failed. This is just a normal failure. It's not a critical failure because he didn't fall. That is actually a semi-success because he lost something.
It was on purpose.
No, it's not a semi-success because you didn't succeed at all.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that in armor. This is definitely an abandoned goblin camp. A small tents. So right now we are soon finished. I don't know exactly how much distance there is left, but we're soon finished. We are 5 kilometers in. We've done that in 1.5 hours. And I have to say that walking in armor, as long as you walk slowly, it's actually pretty fine. Definitely the biggest problem is just the shoulders aching a lot because I have a lot of weight from the armor on the shoulders and from the backpack. So my shoulders hurt a lot. However, in terms of how tired I am, not too much of a problem. In terms of how hot I am, not too much of a problem. The shield has been surprisingly light to use. Basically, I have just been holding in the hand all the time, and that has actually gone pretty good. I was expecting it to be a lot harder and me always having to switch hands and stuff, but no, it actually went fine. Because of course I cannot have it on my back when I have my backpack on, but actually holding it in the hand went fine. What I do feel regarding the shield is that once I try to raise it or something, my shoulder just really hurts because it's so tired by the shield and the armor. So finally I arrived back to my starting point and the walk was done. So in total, it was a 5.6 kilometers walk for a total time of 1 hour and 50 minutes, so rather slow, but I didn't either try to rush. I could have tried to go faster, but now I just wanted to just try to keep the effort pretty low so I could actually keep going if I had to. So in the end, I would say that walking, even with that amount of weight on me, was actually pretty much okay. It was, of course, way more tiring than without the weight, but it wasn't too bad, and I could probably have kept going for a pretty long distance, even with this amount of weight, as long as I kept walking pretty slowly. Because if I tried to walk faster, that would just tire me out way faster. So my biggest problem was the shoulders, that they were hurting because of all the weight. And surprisingly, the shield wasn't too bad. I was expecting it to be very hard to carry around because well, it still weighs 3 kilos, and I was expecting to just have to change hands every now and then to be able to continue. But in actual fact, I just basically had it in my left hand all the time, and that basically went all fine. So that's actually surprising. I was expecting it to be way more of a problem. It actually went pretty much fine. So actually, just walking in armor, as long as you're doing it slowly, it actually went pretty fine. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.